Right here in front of me, I've got a contract offer to become the next Spurs manager. But do I even want to sign this? Spurs are literally 15th in the Premier League. I mean, I didn't think it was possible for any top club to do worse than Manchester United. But here we are. But as Chiellini once said,
it's the history of the Tottenham.
For just about 2 decades, this club has gone trophyless. Now, if Spurs were a club that didn't have investments, didn't make big signings, that would be fine. But this is a club that's had players like Gareth Bale, Luka Modric, Harry Kane, but yet their trophy cabinet is gathering dust. Now, it is tempting for me to sign this contract and become the Spurs manager, because I'll be attempting to do what great managers like Antonio Conte, Jose Mourinho couldn't do. But the job's not going to be easy. I'm going to have to deal with the Spurs board headed by Daniel Levy that won't be that willing to spend money. They might sell our big players to Real Madrid like they've done before. Besides that, we're going to have to change the mentality of this club. But you know what? This is the kind of a managerial challenge I absolutely relish. Bring out the contract. I'm signing it now. I am becoming the manager of Spurs and we will fill up their trophy cabinet. But we may have a problem. We're starting this series where literally Spurs are in real life. 15th in the Premier League. Oh, what a mess Ange Postecoglou has left us in. Saying that, we are in the Europa League quarterfinals. No way. My first game as Spurs boss is going to be against Frankfurt away. Nah, man. I don't think in any series that I've done, we've had to debut as a manager like this. But this is part of being a manager. Sometimes you don't get to start with pre-season, making your transfers. You've got to come in mid-season and do the job. And okay, to start things, I've got an email from Daniel Levy, the Spurs chairman, basically the club owner. Hey Sid, welcome to Spurs. I know we haven't won trophies in a while, but I believe you can change that by winning us the Europa League this year. That would not only end our curse, but it would also get us Champions League next year. I can give you money to make big signings so you can try and win the Premier League. Everything rests on this Europa League trophy. I mean, as if we needed any more pressure. My debut game for Spurs is a must-win game, which if we lose could really put us in a tough spot. Because look at where we are in the Premier League. We're not getting European football with this. The only way to get into the Champions League next year is by winning the Europa League. It's the only way we'll get more funding so I can finally make the signings I want. Oh man, have I signed up for a really tough job. Do you know what? Let's start off by getting to know the team we've got at our disposal. These are the players that we're going to try and win the Europa League with. And to be honest, we've got Sonny. I know we need to somehow just build the team around him because he's that good. He deserves to win big trophies, man. Solanke up top isn't too bad. Madders is also the kind of playmaker you want in your team. Kulusevski's got a bit of a knock, so he probably won't be able to help us. Young 19-year-old Bergvall might get a chance. But there is talent in this team. I especially like the defense. Van de Ven, Romero, and Vicario. That's so solid. Pedro Porro's really good. Oh, we've got Udogie as well for the left-back spot. The defense is not bad at all. And there is talent as well in this team. The likes of Archie Gray and Mikey Moore. Do you know what? Starting this series mid-season kind of gives us an opportunity to assess the squad and then make our transfers next season. In that case, maybe it is a good thing. Tactics right now is pretty much all I can really work on. But to be honest, our first game as Spurs boss being such a big game, I don't want to move away from Ange Postecoglou's system. We're going to be rocking something similar. This is how the team's going to be set up. I think this is how we'll get the best out of Heung-min Son. We need him more inside the box, getting those finesse shots off. But yeah, I think this is right now our best team. We can probably get in Kulusevski after he's recovered. But here we go, boys. I'm gearing up for my first game as Spurs boss. And there couldn't have been more at stake. A Europa League quarterfinal. I not only need to figure out the best way to get this team working, but also we need to get the result. It is basically a final for us. One thing though that's going to really help us is Heung-min Son. He is a world-class player. Every club in the world would love to have him, and when he can find space, he can do that. What a debut for me that is. Heung-min Son lighting it up 1-0. I know it's only my first game as Spurs boss, but I'm already figuring out who the ballers are. One of them is definitely James Maddison. He can pick out any pass. That could really help change the game. Maybe he could go for goal himself as well. Maddison finding space and almost scoring. It's going to take me a while to figure out all the strengths and weaknesses of this team, but for now, the job is to just get the result. We've pushed a lot for the second goal, man, but it just hasn't come. But we are having to do a lot of defensive work now. We need to clear the ball away. That's brilliant from Christian Romero. He's a World Cup winner, boys. It wasn't pretty, but we've managed to hold out. Oh, boy. I needed this, man. My debut game with Spurs. And And we've managed to secure the win thanks to, of course, Heung-min Son. With that result, guys, I just feel a huge sense of relief. The pressure's off a bit. We have made it to the semis where we're going to be facing Bilbao. Now, they aren't going to be an easy team at all, but at least we've got a bit of time to prepare. Meanwhile, after that win, the media were raving about Heung-min Son. But also, they were talking about the fact that he hasn't signed a new contract yet with Spurs, and he could literally be leaving on a free. Bro, this is crazy, man. Son's contract is expiring in 2 months. He is literally free to negotiate with any club right now on a pre-contract. I know we can't make signings now since we're outside the window, but we need to secure Son's contract. That's going to be worth literally more than a signing right now.
Well, it's another manager promising trophies and glory at Spurs. I have seen that before multiple times.
Hey, Sonny, I know you've given everything for this club, but still are trophyless. But trust me, with me, things are going to be different. And so the question is, do you want to believe in my project?
Boss, I'm 32 now. If I sign a contract with Spurs, it will be my final contract. And if you end up like all the previous managers, I will have to end my career being trophyless.
That's true. I'm definitely asking a lot from you. Tell you what, we make it to the final of the Europa League. A chance to win that trophy you want. You'll sign a contract extension with us. I want to build my project around you, Son, but I need you to believe in this.
Okay, boss, let's have another meeting if we get to the final.
Oh boy, that was a tough meeting with Sonny. But you know what? I don't think his demands were unreasonable. He wants to see if I'm the real deal, if I can truly bring trophies to Spurs. His career's on the line, by the way, because this would be the final contract he ever signs. I guess if we want to keep Son, we're gonna have to make it to the final. Right now, though, we've got a couple of weeks before the Europa League semis. And I know right now we're in a position where there's nothing really to play for in the Premier League. But we can use this time to figure out the team a bit more. And that's why I'm making quite a few changes, boys. Mikey Moore is getting a chance. The 17-year-old wonder kid. But also playing the likes of Archie Gray, Richarlison too. I really feel like he's one of those players whose career has kind of fallen off lately. But there's potential for him to revive it. But I want to see that on the pitch here against Nottingham. Now, I'm not making the mistake of underestimating Nottingham. These guys are in the top 4 right now. And I can see that with the football they're playing. They're passing through our midfield and defense like it was nothing. And bang! Chris Wood with a banger. The fact that we were just carved open here so easily just shows how far behind we are in the Premier League. But that also means we've got a lot of room to improve. And here's James Maddison looking to find a bit of space. Strikes it well, but puts it just wide. There's Mikey Moore, the wonder kid, and he does feel good on the ball as he looks for a cross for Heung-min Son, but that was never going to work. The only bright spots of this game have been Mikey Moore and Archie Gray. They've actually looked decent. And finally, we've got in a bit of space here for Heung-min Son. This is the position he likes, and that's what he does. And this is where we need him to sign the contract with us. And looks like Son wants to help us get more as he finds Mikey Moore. Oh no, how was that saved? Looks like this is going to be the last attack of the game. If we've got a chance to get a win, it is now. Heung-min Son trying everything he's got, but he hits it straight at the keeper. A draw against Nottingham. Son's fuming, actually. Well, thankfully, the results in the Premier League don't really matter this season. We're in kind of a limbo where we can't get relegated. Ipswich are too far below us. But we also can't secure a European spot. We're too far down. But I guess we did a great job by giving the likes of Mikey Moore a run out because I saw what kind of talent they've got. Really like the kid. Archie Gray as well. And you know what? To get the best out of these youngsters, we need to focus on hiring good coaches. Now, that's a lot better. It at least gives our players some kind of a boost. But oh no, our next game's against Liverpool at Anfield. But wait, in just 3 days' time, we've literally got the semi-finals against Bilbao. Do you know what? We've got nothing to play for in the Premier League. And so I'm completely rotating our squad. I know we're going to get destroyed by Liverpool here. But right now, we just got to prioritize the Europa League. There you go. Liverpool crush us. But this way, at least our team is fully fit to face Athletic Bilbao. And that's what we need right now. Also, Kulusevski's back from his injury. These days, he's apparently learned how to play as a center mid. I mean, with that 62 defending, I don't know how this is going to work. I guess we'll have to play Kulusevski in a more attacking role, but then Maddison will have to drop a bit deeper. I don't know if it's worth risking this tactic in such a big game, but let's give it a go, boys. I think Kulusevski's too good for us not to include him in a game like this. And already a first chance, maybe from Son, striking from distance. Oh, but Unai Simon is an experienced keeper. He wouldn't let that past him. Look at Bilbao on the counter-attack, man, and I completely forgot they've got the William William brothers in their team. And Nico Williams already with the first chance. What a save from Vicario that is. Getting through against Athletic Bilbao is not going to be an easy task, boys. I know they're not one of the big La Liga clubs, but they're really good. And here we are in the attack with Dominic Solanke, maybe finding a bit of space, but he can't be putting it wide like that. Aside from Heung-min Son, nobody has really shown character in the attack, getting the job done. Oh, and now Athletic Bilbao trying to punish us, and they do. This is what happens when you rely on one player way too much. And don't forget, this is the home leg as well. If we don't take an advantage, we're going to get ripped apart in, of course, Bilbao's home stadium. Oh, and this could be what we're waiting for. Dejan Kulusevski on the charge, but what was that for a pass? Oh, and now Nico Williams has once again gotten in behind, and Vicario making a big save. Of all players right now, Van de Ven has just made a brilliant run, sees the pass of Solanke, and I see Brennan Johnson in the box. This could be a savior, and it is. Finally, someone other than Son scoring. We needed that. But you know what? That goal was created solely by Van de Ven's space from the back. Now here's Heung-min Son looking to attack. Finding space. Going for goal. Come on. How is that getting saved? Full time, guys, and it's a 1-1 draw. This guy is going to have to get settled in the second leg at San Mamés. Off we go to Spain. Oh no, why aren't Bentancur and Romero fit for this game? We've got Danso, an Austrian centre-back. He looks okay, but I really needed Romero. With the CDM position, at least we're fine. We can put in Saar. But you know what? I'm also going to trust Bergvall instead of Kulusevski. I don't know, man. As a midfielder, I'm not too sure about him. But you know what? Let's try playing Kulusevski in his natural position, right wing, and let's see how that works. I actually can't believe that in episode 1 of this series, we're playing a Europa League semi-finals. I mean, this career mode is going to be unlike anything we've ever done before. I mean, just imagine if we can end Spurs' trophy draw by winning the Europa League. Imagine what we could build on from there. It all starts here, though. We need to be sending Athletic Bilbao packing, but look at the intensity here. And the fact that we're going to have to deal with Nico Williams for another 90 minutes, I am not a fan. Van de Ven's defending really well. Once again, it's one man we're depending on. Heung-min Son trying to take one from distance. I can't believe it. That is one of the best goals I've scored in FC 25. Heung-min Son, take a bow. That's how much he wants to take Spurs to a trophy. I am genuinely in shock, boys. That was legit the perfect finesse shot. And okay, guys, we need to stay calm. We're now in the lead, on the verge of being in the final, but we got to defend. And oh man, why are we in situations like this? Corner coming in, we do clear it away. It's complete chaos. What a save from Vicario. Kulusevski's energy, though, is absolutely ridiculous, and he can pick out maybe a pass. Oh, it's brilliantly done, but what? Offside? Oh, Sonny, your hair was offside there. Okay, this distance is a bit crazy, but if there's one player that can maybe do something, it is James Maddison, but it's too much. We're still looking for the goal to completely kill this game off, but I don't think we can get it. But do we need it? Because we've managed to hold on, and yes, Spurs are going to a European final. I've come in as a manager for such a short period, but we have gotten the job done. And this is it, guys. We've taken Spurs to the Europa League final against Lazio. Bro, we've legit sacrificed everything for the Europa League. Look at where we are in the Prem. 17th. We're so lucky that we've got such a big gap to Ipswich, but this is still embarrassing. I don't even think we're going to move up from here. 17th is going to be where we finish. But truth be told, if we do get the Europa League win, I doubt anyone would care. We will be in the Champions League next year. The budget will be bigger as well. I can make the signings I want. It could really kickstart everything we're trying to do in this Spurs project. Now, before we play the Europa League final, remember I had a deal with Heung-min Son? And he is sticking to it. We've got to a final, and right before the game, he's decided to sign the contract. He's a man of his word. For another 2 years, at least we can have the services of Heung-min Son. This was literally one of the most important things we needed to pull off in this project, and I'm really glad we've done it. But oh man, for this big Europa League final, I'm not sure about the team we need to field. I like Brennan Johnson, but I think I want Kulusevski's experience. I think the rest of it is completely fine. Oh man, that is what we're playing for. The Spurs kit man better be dusting off that trophy cabinet, because we're bringing it home. I mean, I really hope, man. This would be one of the best starts we've had in any career mode series if we can start off with a trophy. And to be fair, I do think we've got a way better team compared to Lazio. And we've got Heung-min Son, who is on a mission to win a trophy. And already a first chance, maybe Kulusevski. No, Son again on the rebound. Oh, he's hit the outside post. And now it's Lazio's turn to pressurize us. I'm not liking this. Good defending from Romero. I think launching balls to Solanke is also going to have to be a really good tactic, because now look at this. We've opened things up for him. He's on the charge. Solanke, he's got no support, so he's going in for himself, and he's hit the crossbar. Bro, we've been so close to taking the lead in this game. Oh, and have we gotten complacent here? It's a chance for Lazio. They've opened us up. I can't believe this. We've been so much better than them, yet it's Lazio who take the lead. But this is where we need to work on the Spurs mentality. There's still a lot of football to be played, but I can already see our players' heads drop. This is not looking good. And once again, we're on the back foot here. Van de Ven, oh, he's got a nutmeg. This is not looking good. Bentancur helps clear it away. That's halftime, boys, and we do need time to regroup. Do I make any changes, or maybe is it a bit too early? Even as a manager right now, I'm a bit confused, man. The Spurs curse is really a hard one to deal with. But here we go in the second half. We've got to turn this around. If Lazio score from this free kick, it's all over for us, and thankfully they don't. But man, look at the clock. We're already at the 70th minute mark. We need to be pushing forward. But instead, a chance here for Lazio to try and kill the game off. Vicario is giving us hope. Bro, it's the 90th minute, and it feels like our team has lost hope, boys. We aren't able to even get the ball back. In fact, Lazio are trying to get forward here to end this game. Are we going to actually concede? This is brutal, man. Of course, we had to be chippy-chipped full time, and I can't believe we bottled the one chance we had to win a trophy. I know I only just came as a manager, but I was also so invested in this. I really thought that we could transform this club, win the Europa League, make it to the Champions League next year, bring in some superstars. But all this does is now add question marks to next season. By the way, the Premier League season's also over, and we end up finishing 17th. Coupled with being trophyless again, I don't know what kind of a budget we're going to get next year. I don't know if the club owner, Daniel Levy, will resort to maybe selling one of our key players. And I also wonder what Son might be feeling like right now after losing another final like this. But you know what? We're here in this Spurs project for long term. Next season, we can start building something, making transfers we want. And you know what? I'm going to need your help with this. Who do you think this Spurs team needs to try and win trophies? And also, I'm going to have to give my first Spurs press conference as manager. Put in your questions, man. And I know you guys are going to be extremely harsh. But oh boy, the Spurs job has only begun, and it's looking to be a really tough one. I'll see you guys for episode 2. This is going to be one hell of a journey.